keyboard out of order. Hold on, I'll fix it. Hi, guys. Welcome into Comic Book Women. Tonight, with Marvel's series of Secret Invasion hitting Disney Plus, we thought it would be prudent to spotlight and cover the main villain from that series, the shape-shifting alien race, the Skrulls. So that's what we'll be diving into tonight. Before we get started, thank you to our sponsors, Cover Price, which is going to have some amazing updates that they're going to tell you guys about over the next couple of days. Matt DeVoe is actually going to be on the show with us on Friday to give away memberships and a ton of books. And if you know Matt DeVoe, you know he brings the fire. So shout out to Cover Price. There's a a code in the description if you want to get a membership with them. And shout out to Bird City Comics, our sponsored retailers. Jen, did you copy me on shirt on purpose? Did we plan this?
No, where was our memo? Where was our memo?
I was thinking Fantastic Four, the Skrulls, Sue Storm, blue.
Isn't the Skrulls green?
Yeah, but their first appearance is in Fantastic Four, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Checks out, right? Let's see, who do we have in the chat? We got Nimesh. Thank you so much. I missed when we had like a special thank you for Nimesh to make it even more like, what are we in? We're in June. There's nothing in June.
There you go. There you go.
That's awesome. I love it.
That was perfect. That worked. All right, ladies, you guys ready to just jump on in?
Mm-hmm. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sarah, I appreciate your enthusiasm. You're on my level right now.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. All right, so Secret Invasion, as I was saying at the beginning, the series just hit Disney Plus. I don't think we're doing a lot of spoilers during this show, so if you haven't had a chance to watch it, it's okay. But let's go down the line. Jen, what do you think of the Skrulls?
Well, the Skrulls I always thought were a really interesting villain because they can shapeshift.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of waiting for them for a while because of Fantastic Four. And so I got really excited during Captain Marvel. I'm like, oh, we're just around the corner. But it's been a couple of years.
Yeah, our first shows when we were over on the Tales channel, like a while back, we talked about this stuff. Like this has been in the works for years, literally. So I figured you would be very excited to see it finally come to fruition. And yeah, so Lucy.
Well, I like seeing them on Fantastic Four and like saying, taking them like they can become somebody else, and you being watching something and you think it's this character the whole time, and then it's like it wasn't that character, and it's just kind of like what's happening? I don't know.
They're like a race of mystiques, right?
Yeah, I liked it. I like them. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I have not read much about them, but I just like right now I'm like, are they good? Are they bad? Like, what are they? What the heck is happening? Like, I want to know more about them, and with Secret Invasion, like that's, I feel like a little for people who have not read about them, it kind of helps them a little bit learn more.
Yeah, that's what this channel is all about, right? All levels of knowledge when it comes to these characters. You came to the right place, Lucy. Sarah, what about you?
I'm excited. So my first introduction to the Skrulls was in Captain Marvel, and just like what Lucy said, you're like, are they good? Are they bad? We find out in the movie in Captain Marvel, they're good. They just lost their home. And so I watched the first episode of Secret Invasion when it came out, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but I love it. It's the first episode. It was a little slow in the beginning, but at the end, it just hooked me. I like this kind of like spy versus.
Look at Jen's face. She disagrees with you about something in the first episode.
I know she disagrees.
I could see her like grimace. She was like, oh.
I know what part she's disagreeing, and anybody who's watched it probably knows what it is. But yeah, I just like this kind of this spy versus spy kind of premise. So I'm really excited for it. I'm so excited about this that I'm gonna go read Secret Invasion. I haven't read it, but I want to go read it now. So
yeah, and those are super obtainable. It's like they're not that old, you can still get those and dollar bins and all that jazz. But yeah, we're not gonna do any spoilers if you haven't seen episode 1. But anybody that knows Jen knows that she prefers for these things to follow the comic book canon. So hint, hint. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it deterred.
We'll talk about it on Friday.
Yeah, Friday we're going to get more into it. Are we going to do spoilers on Friday?
Well, by then we'll get episode 2, which is tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's fair. Yeah, so the Skrulls, guys, if you are not familiar, this is a shape-shifting alien race from the Andromeda Galaxy, and essentially they infiltrate Earth. And like what Lucy was saying, it's kind of hard to decide whose team they're playing for. Really interesting characters. There's a lot of really cool ones. Some of them, actually, we'll get to that. We'll get to it. All right, let's keep moving. So let's talk about the race. Skrull Nation. Jen, want to cover the background?
Sure. Ancient humanoid species with reptile, right? Reptile features.
Yeah.
Andromeda Galaxy can replicate other life forms to overtake planets. Home planet is Skrullios.
Skrullos.
Chris Skrullos. But it sounds like something else, and I can't. It's hard for me not to think about it.
Scrotum? Yeah. Sorry, was I not supposed to say it out loud?
Because then their chins, and then I was like, "Wow, was that on purpose?"
Oh my god.
Okay, well, I hadn't made that. Jeez, Jen, get your
Dang
mind right.
I never made that connection. I was like,
You just ruined their faces for me. Thank you, Jen.
I was just thinking of Rolos, the candy.
I did too.
Dang, Jen.
Right?
Dang. Lucy, say the word. Say the word. Cochina.
Yeah.
Ay, cochina.
Sarah, handle the Super Skrull stats for me.
I know. I should do that quick so we can get scrotum out of our heads.
Yes, the sooner the better.
Right. So the Super Skrull stats, their intelligence is 2, which is pretty low. Their strength is 5, which is a medium high. Speed is at a 3, low medium. Durability is at a 6, which is a high. And agility 2 at a low. Very interesting.
This was
I
taken.
think intelligence should be higher though, because they have like long-term planning abilities. They can really strategize. They're the long con, right?
To be fair, this was taken from the 1991 Marvel Universe card, number 62. So it's that card. Impel card, yeah.
So they've evolved since then.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. So guys, if you were just joining tonight, we are going to be covering the Skrulls. Again, this is kind of a precursor to our Friday show, which will go into Secret Invasion more, but we wanted to give you some of the background first. Throughout the show, starting with this slide, I will be putting up a poll in the chat. We're going to have a lot of keys. If you see that key symbol in the background, it's going to be a competition of the keys. Jen, want to cover this one?
So this is on the left, Fantastic Four number 2 from 1961. The first appearance of the Skrulls, and on the right is Fantastic Four number 18 from 1963, the first Super Skrull.
And the Super Skrull is essentially when you have all the powers of the Fantastic Four in one Skrull, right? And don't just pick whichever one's more expensive. I mean, because that's just obvious.
I would choose right.
Yeah, me too.
Why, Jen?
Because I like that aspect that they did that with the villain, that they took all the heroes' powers and put it into one.
All right, solid. Sarah, left or right?
Yeah, I really like the right one, and just the fact that you see a Skrull with the Human Torch's powers. I think that's just really cool. It's just awesome Jack Kirby goodness as well. So,
I had a question about that, Jen. Did Jack Kirby create more of this, or was it more Stan Lee?
They always.
I know.
I think I would lean more Kirby, and then Stan filled it all in.
Yeah.
But he was more the outspoken one. But I will say, interesting tidbit. So there's a UK price variant of the one on the left, and it goes for half.
Oh, wow.
Like a ballpark 50% of that price, if you can. Because I was looking into it, and I was like, well, that's interesting because it's UK, so it's still English.
Yeah, that's nice. That's enticing. Okay. Lucy, left or right?
Oh, pick right. Like Sarah said, the first thing I noticed was, the humans. I mean, not human really. Torch, like he's in the cover. I don't know. I just like the right a little bit better.
All right. I agree with you guys. I think the right side has a better cover. It's a better composition. The coloring is so perfect with that orange and the blue. I think it's fantastic. What were you going to say, Jen?
And it's the third appearance of the Skrulls, I think.
So it's still a pretty good key. So all of us went against the stats where you had a good condition going for 1,200 on the left and a very good going for 400 on the right. The chat agrees with 80% going right. Let's keep going.
So now you have two events. Avengers 89 from 71, which is the Kree-Skrull War. And then on the right is Secret Invasion from 2018. But this is the variant that's Steve McNiven limited edition sketch. So it's rarer, I think, than the one for 25 that is of the same image with color.
Oh, I like that you put these two up against each other too. This is a little bit harder than that first round. So Jen, which one would you go with?
Probably.
You're stumping yourself. You made the slide.
If I would say left on this one.
Sarah?
Yeah, I agree with Jen. I would go with the left because I like the whole like Kree Skrull war story. I like that a lot. So I would definitely go with the left.
Darn, this is a difficult one because I like that story, but then like at the same time, I really like that cover. Alex Ross, right?
Steve McNiven.
It's not Alex Ross? Oh my god, it looks like Alex Ross, right?
If it was colored, I could see that, Lucy.
Yeah,
but like because it's because it's the black and white. I feel like Alex Ross does that. Well, I mean, I don't know. I see like I thought it was Alex Ross. Okay, never mind. Then I just go with the left.
Yeah, I'm with you girls on this one. This is like a no contest to me. The one on the right is very, very nice, and I think that it's neat that it's rare. But I'm not a big fan of the black and white stuff.
I do on this one. It's just it doesn't need the color. I don't know. It's just so well drawn. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't need the color.
Yeah.
Really nice.
So we're looking very fine for $68 on the right. On the left, $45. And what year was that again, Jen? The Avengers?
60. No, wait. Hang on.
Like the 70s?
71. You were right.
71. Okay, very cool. All right, so yeah, I'm going to go with the left. I'm with you guys. The chat disagrees. According to the chat, we're all wrong. And it's 55% would pick up the one on the right. People are picking with their hearts, not the price. Yes. It's which one? Yeah. Oh, the black and white is sinister, said Karen. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, the chat disagreed. They would pick up the right, but both of these are really cool keys. Guys, if you are just joining, make sure you're participating in the polls that I'll be putting throughout the chat. And let's keep going. I have a small request, Jen.
Yeah.
When we do these verses, I don't want the price to be on the first slide. I want people to vote and then move to the next slide and show which one was actually the more expensive one. Because I feel like people are voting biasly. Huh?
So we do have one of those slides towards the end. I think it's slide 12 or 13.
Okay.
Is that?
Oh, perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
So this is Skrull Kill Crew from 1995. It's the first appearance of the team. It's interesting. And then on the right is Secret Invasion, the new one from 2023, issue number 5. And that, I think it's the first appearance of a female Super Skrull, because before it's always been guys.
Oh, well, come on. If it's a female Super Skrull, I think this whole panel is going to go with the right. Am I right? Yeah. That's basically the gist of it. Lucy?
Yeah. What is the Skull Kill Crew about? Because I saw it like doing my searching around. Do you know the premise of this book?
There's like 4 or 5 Skrulls. I know there's a series 2.
That's all right if you don't. I was just curious because I saw it and I'm like, well, this kind of looks interesting. So I'm like, is it a crew of people like going after Skrulls or?
Sarah, the one on the left. Look at the Skrull's face. What movie does that remind you of? It doesn't look like a Skrull to me. It looks like something else, and I'm thinking of a movie.
I'm thinking of like maybe like Aladdin. No.
Is it the Aliens one?
Is it that one where they like tie someone to a chair?
Oh, The Mask?
Yes. Thank you, Lucy. It looks like a mask. It has the big old teeth like he did in the film when he has the big old.
I see it now.
Okay.
You don't know me at all, Sarah.
No, I don't.
We need to spend more time together. That was easy. See, even Namesh knew. Namesh knew before you did. Anyway, okay, everybody vote right? Is that what we were going with on this one?
Yep. Female
Lucy?
Super Skrull.
Yeah, we're going with the females. The chat is torn 50-50. As host of the show, Right wins.
Ah,
Yay!
Yay! Next up. All right. Oh, this is Sarah's. Do you want to talk about this one, Sarah?
Yeah, this is this is a variant of Meet the Skrulls, obviously Scotty Young. I love this cover, and I've been hunting for this. I just love the fact that it's like different parts of like each Marvel character. We've got the Thing, Wolverine, Captain America, Spider-Man, Iron Man. It's just it's super adorable. And yeah, so of course, Scotty Young, I have to pick it up. I just love it. So,
And it's the first appearance of the Warrens.
oh yeah, that too.
She said that. Jen. She said that. I'm pretty sure she said that. You
Right,
said
I
that.
did. Yeah, first appearance of the Warrens.
There's a character that I was Talos' daughter, Giah, that you sort of not spoiler, but spoiler. People were crediting this with her first appearance, but then there's a kid's book, Captain Marvel, Beware the Flurkin. What do you consider her first?
Dang, you're on the spot, Sarah. Better answer right.
I think I would go with Meet the Skrulls, wouldn't you?
Mm.
I don't know. That's why I'm
with more authority and more confidence, absolutely, I would go with number one, Meet the Skrulls.
And
And
yeah,
then
I'll go with number one too. I'll go with number. I used to have that one, and I sold it. I don't know, and I sold it. I think for around $10 to $15, I think.
And then on the right-hand side, it's Marvel Team Up number 2 from 2005. It's the first appearance of Titanus. It's a Skrull that gets like power from a serum.
I think we're all digging. I'm digging Scotty on this if I had to pick. Yeah. All right, the chat again. Man, they disagree with us again. It's 67% would pick up the Spider-Man Wolverine over the Scotty. 33 would go with Scotty.
I suck.
They're wrong.
It's only nine votes, so this 10 now. It's 10.
Now it's 60-40.
Doesn't count, and it's only 10 people. So the other 32 people, you see, okay, only 10 people picked, right? So the other 20, they agree with us. So we win.
I like that logic, Lucy. I feel like I'm rubbing off on you. We are just cruising through tonight's show, too. What, Jen?
Shiny Suit X. I came this close to putting down the covers that had the cows. There's a couple
cows.
Yeah, well, it's in reference to what Shiny. Yeah,
right.
Because basically they get kind of tricked, I think.
Well, that was like the first story of them, right?
Yeah.
That they, they're like, what should we do? And then Reed Richards hypnotizes them and they turn into cows.
That is so funny.
Right? I love that.
All right, let's keep cruising. Whose pick was this? I think this is Lucy, right?
No.
So Runaways number 7 from 2005 is the first appearance of Xavian, is another Super Skrull that you see in the Marvel Universe. And then on the right-hand side, it's Incredible Hercules number 120 from 2008. And it's the first appearance of the Skrull god, Klybon.
Who's the artist on the left?
I like it, yeah.
Dang it. I didn't look
It's
that
okay.
up.
I always ask this annoying question. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Runaways number 7.
Yeah, from 2005.
I really
I like the art here.
And it's the galaxy or anything like that. I like it.
Oh, it's Chris Bacalo. That's probably why I like it. He did the Echo one.
Oh,
He must be really into space. Remember the Echo one where she's sitting in like the Earth in the background? I love that cover. Chris Bacalo.
Yeah.
So who do you pick? Do you pick a Super Skrull or do you pick the Skrull god?
Cover by Bacalo.
left, yeah.
I'm going with right.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So we're split.
We are split. And let's see.
The chat saying
90% went with the Runaways, and I'm not making that up. 90% went Runaways, 10% went with the Hercules.
Did it? I still can't see this.
Wait, are you calling me a liar? All right, fine.
No,
I'm
not.
looking at it on my phone. I'm watching it from my phone. So
91% now, actually, went with the
Yeah.
Runaways. It's climbing now.
11
Sorry.
people. Mhm.
It's rough.
believe you.
No, you don't.
Come on, it's got to be the right because I have a couple of copies, so you may see this in some future auctions. So
Here we go.
The Runaways, hands down, says Liger. The right cover is hard to make out without like focusing, and I agree. You're kind of like looking at like what is happening there. I don't know, and I love Bacalo art. I reached out to him on Instagram and he never responded. Shocker. But okay, next up, Secret Invasion. Here we go again.
So this is. I just saw it too. So New Avengers 40 from 2008 versus the second print of New Avengers 40 from 2008 also. So it's Veranke? I say
Wait, hold on. What's the number 40 versus what? Wait, they're both 40s. So how do I?
They're both 40s. It's first print versus second print.
I'll see left versus right because
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
First second print, and so it's that first appearance of the. I mean, granted, you do see her in Secret Invasion as Jessica Drew, but this is where it's like the reveal, and then she's on the cover of second print.
The second print goes for more too, which is interesting. I think that's interesting. We should do a whole show just comparing the values of different printings, right?
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
That's confusing.
Neither. Forget both these books. If you had $12 or $25, Sarah, what would you go with?
I would go with the left, and because of I'm thinking, and I'm just throwing it out there that it was Jessica Drew, but in the show, what happens if it's Olivia Colman?
Interesting.
It's an homage on the left. What's it an homage to?
There's other covers. The thing is, it's like the classic. I don't have the issue number.
Hey, Liger, I'm gonna need you to give me the issue number of the homage you're referencing here because
I would go right. I've never seen the right one in person ever, and I want
have not seen neither of them.
But I want for $5
in person. Oh gosh, but I have okay. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I'll pick the left. I like the left better. It is better price. I mean, it's cool like that, the rarity of the other one, but for me, I pick the books because of the covers a lot of the times, So for me, like if I'm gonna pick one, I will probably go with the one on the left.
Typically I go with covers too, Lucy. That's usually like my thing. I actually did a whole thing about this where I appreciate the cover art, but I agree with Eric here because it's so rare. Sometimes the rarity trumps the cover to me. So I would go right. I think that those will become more and more scarce. And I actually kind of like the clouds. It has an interesting, or the smoke, whatever that is. The chat, we have 12 votes in and 58% went left.
I win.
It's just crazy. It's crazy to think that it's the same. It's the same exact story.
Yeah,
it's the same exact like first appearance, but because one cover is like the second printing,
and the rarity.
It's the rarity. That's crazy.
And see, and that kind of like when I know it's rare, I'm like, what are the odds I'm gonna fucking find that shit? That's
yeah, but you could. It's possible. I mean, I don't know. You could, because not everybody knows what that is. And
True.
That's what makes digging so fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anywho, moving on. We only have a couple slides left, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Make sure you're making lots of comments and giving us a thumbs up if you haven't already. All right, next up, I think these are, again, Jen Keys. Let's talk about them. No.
My notes got wet.
Okay. My notes got wet. That sounds like something my students would
all
tell
I
me.
have is Secret Invasion Thor #2 from 2008. It's a minor key. And then on the right is New Avengers Illuminati #5 from 2008. I want to say it's Skrull appearances, but I can't make out the names.
Well, the New Avengers Illuminati was actually the one that I picked, which I think will come up later, number one. That's an important one because it kind of gives you a little bit of insight into the Skrull mentality after the Kree Skull War, and it really does lay a lot of the groundwork for their invasion of Earth later on. So maybe that's why you picked it. Yeah, that's why she picked it. Okay.
That's exactly why.
I feel like that's why. Yeah. So, okay, there you go, guys. In the chat, I just put up the poll. Are we going with Thor on the left or the Illuminati on the right?
The Illuminati, isn't that the same?
Dude, I was just thinking that. Rihanna did that at the Super Bowl, which was like weird.
Don't do it.
Rihanna, she did that at the
like-
Super Bowl, like in the like the Super Bowl doesn't air all of the halftime show, and she does the Illuminati symbol in it. Or somebody edited it on Instagram.
What
and I believed
happens? What happens if we show the Illuminati sign?
I know. I don't. Well, there's like I don't know. It's a whole other show. But Jay-Z,
and Beyonce, yeah.
No, Beyonce's the devil. But you know, I don't like her. But wasn't she like with them and the same label or something like that before? I don't know if they're still. I don't know. But
Not that it applies at all to what we're discussing here, but yeah,
right. But every time like I hear Illuminati, that's like what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like JC when they go with the sign. Yeah.
So 2 affordable keys here, Lucy. Would you go left or right?
Go right.
Okay. So that's the end of the mini series, 5 of 5. I like that. Sarah?
I go with right because I don't want the Illuminati to come after me.
I like it.
Give me the good stuff. That's all. I don't care about the bad stuff. I make it red.
I got it. Sorry. So on the right, it's the first official super Skrull that like you first see. It's like Black Bolt turns into a super Skrull, and then on the left, it's the first appearance of God Killer, a super Skrull that was specifically created to battle Thor. So I'm gonna pick left.
See, they're all Skrulls. So what happens if JC and Beyonce and Rihanna, they're all Skrulls?
That's terrifying.
There you go. There you go.
You know, I was actually talking to Anthony on our walk yesterday, and we was like, "Oh yeah, we're covering the Skrulls tomorrow." And he was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." Red Hood, thank you. What's up, Joe?
Thank you, Joe.
Love you, Joe. And I was like, "Do you think it's possible?" He's like, "It's completely possible." Because he believes in, like, he's like, you could find like lizard people. He's like, I think all that shit's real. And I'm like, it probably is in like some other universe, but they're from Andromeda, which checks out because that is the nearest
Galaxy
to
ours. Yes. So it kind of
okay, teacher Laura. Okay, Miss Arroyo. Mrs. Arroyo.
Come on, children, we practiced this. Okay, hold on. Quick tangent. About a week ago, I'm quizzing my kids because I'm like, you guys don't pay attention to anything I say, blah, blah, blah. And I go, Ellie, I will pay you $100 if you can tell me the nearest galaxy to the Milky Way. And she goes, Andromeda. I read comics. And I was like,
did you give her $100?
Yes, I paid her. But I was like, you little shit. I'm like, how did you know that? And she's like, I read. I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I told her.
That is so funny.
Call Lennox in and see if he knows. Like Lennox.
I don't think so. He does not pay attention. He doesn't read comic books either. So
you're like, if we're the Milky Way, he's all Three Musketeers.
Probably that's what he will say.
The Snicker Galaxy.
We'll say probably.
All right. The chat went 58% with the Illuminati, which I agree. And let's keep on going. Ooh, this is an interesting one, guys. I want to see a lot of votes on this poll. Otherwise, I'm not making anymore. We only had 12 votes, and there are 36 of you watching. Don't be shy. I don't know who votes what. So,
Easy boys and girls.
So
go ahead.
On the left, Fantastic Four number 358 from 91. It's the first appearance of Pyobak. It's a power scroll. And then on the right, it's Incredible Hulk 418 from 1994, and it's the first appearance of Talos the Untamed, who we see in the MCU.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the right. I like that cover. I like wedding covers.
Aw, that's a good reason. Wedding covers are a niche collection, so
That's true.
We need to do another niche collection, another Friday like that. I know we did one and I couldn't find it. Well, you guys did it. I don't think I was on that one, but I know you guys talked about it before. Can't remember when. But we need to do another one.
We will, promise. Not this Friday, but maybe the next one. Let's just say the next one. Sarah, what about you?
I'm going with the left because I have this one too. It's a cutout one. I think it's really cool.
It looks cool. It reminds me of, I don't know, not Starbucks. Star Wars. Has Starbucks in my mind. Star Wars. Like, I don't know.
Nice.
That's probably a tough book to get in good condition for what it's worth. I mean,
well, the other thing too, like I said, it's a cutout too. So it's, that circle part, I think my copy has a little bit of a tear on it, but yeah.
That's cool.
I'm going right.
because Hulk's crying.
Well, I like Talos so far, at least.
Yeah, I think I go right too, guys. All right, the chat, 75% agrees with us, and they all went right. So there you go. Sorry, Sarah, you're in the... Wait, just changed to 69.
On the loser side.
You're still on the loser side.
Come to the dark side.
We have only a couple slides left, guys, and then we are calling it for tonight. So get your votes in on these next ones. All right, what do we got here?
That's me. Okay, so I picked this one's for just the cover, and the one on the left, it's Deadpool number 9 of 2019 by Mike Hawthorne. Right? And this is with the variant, and at the time they were doing the Skrulls variants on different titles. So I like this one. And then on the one on the right, it's Captain Marvel. And where's my and this one's issue 38 by Stefan Segovia, and it came out June 2022, which is last year. And I like this one. And again, another. How many do they do it like once a year that they do the Skrulls variants or something or what?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's once a year, but
like maybe every other couple years. Because like that. Like they kind of do it. I feel like kind of often because the one in 2019 and again 2022.
Yeah.
But
I go
left, Jen. All right, Sarah.
Left. I'm definitely going with the left.
Lucy.
Yeah, I like the left better.
You're all wrong. I go right.
Like, at first, like, I almost picked another cover. It was a Spider-Man one, but I don't know if Jen was gonna add it, and it's a key issue. But then I saw this one because I was like, oh no, like I don't know. I was just kind of debating on those two, but then I kind of went more with this. Captain
I guess
Marvel.
it goes with which character you identify more or like you like better. Like I love Captain Marvel. I'm one of the few that like Captain Marvel, but all right. So the chat. What do you think won, Lucy? No, don't look at your phone. Who do you think won?
Okay.
left.
My sweet class. No. 71% went with the right.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because it's better. Sorry. Them's the rules, Sarah.
Her hair, like the hair and everything, but it looks like has a beard. And then, like,
No, it looks like she has a scrotum according to Jen, but moving on. Oh, this is an interesting battle. This will be fun. Okay. Okay.
Who picked this one?
So I picked the Alex Ross. This is the Fantastic Four #5. This is just plain a cover. This is the Timeless Super Skrull variant. There's also a 1/100 sketch variant by Alex Ross. I just love this. This is from May 2023. I just love this cover. This is just like classic. This is menacing Skrull. If you've seen any of the Skrulls from the 60s, they just look like little elves. This just looks menacing and like frightening, and yeah, so that's my pick.
Mhm. And still chilling. Just real quick. He already killed a bunch of people on the floor. Hello.
That's the aftermath.
How?
Boom.
So on the right is Carnage number 3. It's the Bjorn Barnes.
Bajorans.
Yes, from 2022. I just, in person, I thought this is just stunning. I really like it. Just the
He's
cover.
an incredible painter. His style is so interesting. It's everything kind of has like a smoky overlay to it. Almost like a zombie feel, like you're in like a post-apocalyptic world and he's just sitting there painting while all the zombies run by, because I feel like that's his lens. Everything looks so
It looks
anyway.
so good. Yeah. I picked left. I picked right. It's just freaking badass. I don't know. It just looks like a picture. It looks so realistic. I don't know. It's just so good.
Excuse me.
What?
They call me Bruce. That is exactly what I've been doing. But you shouldn't call me out for it. I mean, what the hell, Bruce? Rude.
Poor Laura always gets called out for doing shady things.
I wonder why.
I choose left. No, I've been wrong a couple of times. Okay. So Lucy,
That is,
which
you
one
know
do
what? You call me Bruce. That makes sense. Last week that she got all of them right.
That was coincidence.
I didn't think about it. You're right.
Can we
Well,
kick
I
Bruce
love it.
out? How do we block Bruce?
No.
No, Bruce. You're done. We're over. Lucy, what'd you go? Left or right?
Left. I mean,
Left.
right.
Okay, sorry.
I said, no. I said right. Sorry, I said right.
Right.
Did you hear
Sarah.
all that nice things I said?
Yes, they were beautiful, eloquent, well said.
I'm sticking with my pick. I just love that. I always love the classic Alex Ross look. So left for me.
Jen,
Well,
you already kind of said.
Yeah, I picked right.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was just double checking.
Boom,
Hold on. Let me look at the poll real quick. Oh, it's tied. So literally, this is my legit
tiebreaker. Come on, Laura.
I love Alex Ross, but that cover does nothing for me. It's almost like if he would have zoomed out a little bit and had something else going on.
Yes.
I'm going right. So as tiebreaker.
What would Alex Ross have to do to sway your
If it was more out, you get more
It's kind
detail.
of, I don't know. It's
Yeah, but
cool.
he's just like
I think
he's hanging there. He's just like
It looks like a bat right there. Am I wrong?
it does look like a bat, like wings. Yeah, no, you
Like
nailed it.
the black, like it's just like that purple, like in the side. I don't know. It just looks a
But
little.
look at those eyes, like staring into your soul. Like I'm gonna come and shapeshift you, and then I'm gonna like leave you somewhere, and then I'm just gonna take over your life. Look at that.
I'm naughty.
Look at, he's a traitor. He'll unblock Bruce. He's moderating it like that.
Get out of here.
I'm just kidding, Bruce. I love you. All right, next up, what do we got?
So this is Fantastic Four 554 on the left from Arthur Sadum. This was in 2008. There is one that has a store's name on it, but there's a normal one that Diamond was on Previews World. So this is the one I'm talking about on the left. On the right, it's Silver Surfer Rebirth from 2022 by Miko Sayan.
Miko Suyan.
Yes, that. I like both of them. I picked both.
Miko Suyan's a phenomenal artist.
Yeah, only pick one.
Yeah,
I
only
picked both. I like them both.
No,
Rock, paper,
That's
scissors, Jen.
All right, before I look at the chat, hands down, I go right. Before I look, I'm going right.
I like the left. I like the left better. I like it that the right has the reflection, but I Skrullified like Fantastic Four. I will.
And it's homaging the first, the FF number 2.
Right.
Yeah, I like their left. Going
You
left.
guys are all hater gators. I go right, and immediately you all go left.
I like both.
No. Come
Well,
on.
let's see what
Jen.
the chat says.
I love reflection like covers though.
Yeah, that's like your thing, isn't it?
It is. I love. So if I had to choose, I would probably then say the right because I love reflection. But I like both.
But you went right.
Like that reflection, and I usually like the galaxy and all that. I usually do, but I don't know. I just love all that crazy shit that's happening on the left. Like,
I agree.
down. Yeah. And then Bruce said the reason was, is it for that one? The reason that was the invasion was because Reed did turn into cows. That's hilarious. Like, he turned them into cows. I love cows. I don't know why. Like, lately, I want to own some cows.
I should put Ying in charge of the poll.
That'd be good if he's available.
Then they can't claim yeah, they can't claim I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Anyway, ironically, 71% agrees with me.
What? Absolutely not.
71% of the chat went Silver Surfer. So
whatever. She saw the chat. I don't trust her anymore.
Right? She just wants to be right all the time.
It's okay to be wrong. Feel better. It feels good. Oh, this is Jen's pick. So is this fire versus fire?
Yeah, well, and then technically Meet the Skrulls #1 is another key, but they're both okay. So Meet the Skrulls #1. This is the one for 50 on the left by Nico Henrichon.
Yes.
From 2019. And then on the right, it's Gabrielle Delato, the Virgin 1 in 100. So now you're not seeing any prices, going purely off of cover.
All right, hold on. That took a while to type in. So you got the 1 in 50 Suyan on the left. You got the Delato on the right. That's how I labeled it for you guys. Thank you, Caitlin. She trusts me. She's new to the channel, huh?
I was gonna say you haven't watched us too long. Yeah, you just wait a couple episodes. That'll change your mind,
and then you would change. Yeah,
these girls are crazy. These girls are crazy. Okay, so again, I feel like this is kind of an easy one, but what would you go with, Lucy? Left or right?
I'm going with the left on this one. I really like the reflection on this one, like how from the left side you can't see. I think again all the crazy shit's happening behind all this, I like it. I like that one better.
Sarah?
Yeah, I agree with the left. I like the reflection.
Jen, we know is going to pick the left. That was her pick, and I'm going to go left too. I'm actually a huge fan of Delato, but sometimes I think that this cover could have had a little bit more. It's almost
1 in 150 versus 1 in 100 doesn't change your mind at all.
It doesn't.
Which one's the one that the one on the left is the 1 in 50?
150, yeah. The Delato is the 1 in 100.
Yeah.
Although I will admit, it doesn't look like a 1 in 50. If you would think like, oh, that's a 1 in 50. It looks like a regular cover A or B to me.
Yeah. Right. It almost looks crab-like.
Crab-like?
Yeah, like I feel like he's like, I don't know why, but I get like what do you call it?
Sebastian?
Scorpion kind of. Maybe it's like all the pointy, like all the points, and then I don't know why, but I don't like it. I don't like it. Looks weird.
All right, well, the chat 60% went with the left. So we are on the same page with the chat. So that's interesting to see. So the 1 in 50 actually outperformed the 1 in 100. What's the pricing on these?
Well, next slide.
I love that. And let's see. Yeah, look at that. So the 1 in 50 is going for a half ratio, or the 1 in 100 is going for half ratio, whereas the 1 in 50 is going for almost triple ratio. That's pretty insane. You don't see that a lot.
And I saw the one on the right on eBay for $40. Currently for sale for 40, and then after that it goes up like crazy. But
interesting, very cool. And then Tony Fix says there were rumors of the young first appearance Char from Meet the Skrulls getting a next gen hero storyline. Never happened.
Oh
yeah,
there's still time though. It could still happen, right?
Have a great night, Adam.
Bye,
and then
Adam.
Bye, Adam.
Oh, and I want to say thank you, Caitlin, for watching us for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I know. She's our newest member. You have to be here for a game night. Then you'll see how my cheating reputation has come into play.
Then she even like so sinvergüenza.
I don't make the rules.
I can't say that. I couldn't think it. Shameless.
What episode?
Admits.
What episode was it that you? Usually I'm good at games, but there's a game I told you that I was not good at. It was the lip reading. Like, wait,
oh, yeah.
Right? And I said, I'm not good at it. And you chose me as a partner. You were so mad that we lost.
Well, I mean, I very clearly said the words.
Oh my
but
god, this one was it last year? Was it who was it? Who was
I wasn't mad per se. I was
Disappointed.
She was ready to end the friendships, okay?
exactly. All right, let's keep going.
So this is leading into our Friday show. This is
Oh
Lou's.
yeah, okay. So this is actually my pick, and while I'm doing the poll, I'll tell you why I chose this. So the New Avengers Illuminati, that was obviously because I told you guys earlier, it gives you a deeper look into the mentality of the Skrulls. How should I do this?
Man, that Coke looks so good, Jen. Oh.
Yeah, it's actually kind of ironic too, because the Illuminati's botched plan in this miniseries is kind of what leads the Empire to build the Super Skrulls, which end up taking over key Marvel players. All right, pick one. The one on the right, the Empire event, that's a crossover event. And if you guys are familiar, Hulkling kind of leading up to this crossover event had to figure out where his loyalties lie, left or right. Because he found out that he was actually in charge of the Skrulls. Tendy Altman is the Hulkling. And it's really good development for that character if you are a fan. If you're a Hulkling fan, there's some really, it's very rich character development. And it's Jenny Frison, so... Okay, there you go. Pick one. So left or right, and I'm kind of specking on the one on the right. Just saying.
This was really hard. I can't.
Who's Jenny Frison?
You're going Frison?
Yeah, Frison. Sorry.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah, Sarah and I both are like, come on, John. Come on. I mean, the Illuminati, like I said, that miniseries is important because it does lay a lot of the groundwork for what you see happen in Secret Invasion later. So it's a cool... Number one, it's a short mini series you guys can collect. We already did number 5 earlier in the show. But yeah, I think there's some spec value, and I'm not going to claim it because I got it from Rocksteady Collectibles, messaged me, and he's like, Laura, you're a Frison fan. Here's a series that I think you should look into. And yeah, anyway, those are my two.
Was it 5 or 21?
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's beautiful. It's Frison. So Sarah, I'm going to go ahead and guess yours.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm thinking you go Frison.
Absolutely, all the way.
Listen to your Laura. Buy this. Buy this, Sarah. Even if it doesn't turn into anything, I think it will. But even if it doesn't, at least you have the
right. It's just another Frison to add to my collection. So
does this one have like a Virgin variant or just?
It doesn't. No. It's just this
Virgin variant.
But Empire is actually kind of a cool crossover event. I'm not really big on those usually, but this is a good one. It's well done. Lucy, did you go Frison?
Of course.
Jen, Frison, you chose Frison. Okay, so everybody went Frison. We got 58% going Frison. So there you go. $6. I highly recommend if you guys see this out in the wild, I would pick it up. I don't think it's a bad investment in any shape or form, and there is some potential there. So yeah, this is kind of like a spec pick too. And thank you, Rocksteady Collectibles, for putting me on to this. I only got one so far. With shipping, it was like $10.
oh, that's not bad.
I don't have it either.
Yeah. All right, next up. That was it. Oh, the end. Really got to learn how many slides there are. Guys, that was it for us for tonight. So if you enjoyed the show, please give us a sub. Better yet, share us out to somebody that, well, still sub us, but share us out too, because it makes a difference. Tony, trust me, it's not my favorite Frison, but it's still Frison, and there's potential there.
Did you see the Frison Red Sonja one that was on FOC last week?
Yeah, so they said it's going to be limited, but then when you contact Dynamite, it's not really limited. Like the stores get a certain amount, and they can return whatever they don't sell. So.
Wait, interesting.
I thought it was a 1/100 originally.
No,
are you talking about the Virgin Jenny Frison?
No. So there's the normal cover that's not a ratio, and then there's a ratio one, and then there's also a metal one that they had.
The metal I would pick up because I like metals, but yeah, the original one, I don't know how many copies there's going to be of that. I thought all of them were going to be limited. I thought they were just going to be a ratio, but they're not.
No,
so we'll see. Yeah. Oh, guys, on Friday, Matt DeVoe from Cover Price will be on Nearing Nirvana with us, giving away a shit ton of books. And I don't mean crappy books. I mean like really good books. He gets the best stuff. So make sure you tune in on Friday. He has some announcement about what's happening with the Cover Price app, some new features they're going to have. It's insanely cool. I've been talking to him about it throughout the week, and I don't think anybody else does what they are going to be doing. So tune in on Friday if you want more details on that.
Are you gonna tell us?
I'm going to tell you guys
I
after.
know.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys after.
Okay.
Bird City
They
Comics,
know.
same deal. We have a Red Sonja launching this week. It's very manga anime influence, which is something we haven't really done before. So make sure you turn into that. They call me Bruce. You do see the Prison Woods shot up to 140 raw. Yeah, I'm sending mine in for grading. I'm really pumped that I got that. I was talking to Hive about that too. So, all right, girls, anything you guys want to add before we leave? Oh, sorry.
Come back on Friday. We'll
Yeah.
be here.
And we'll talk about Secret Invasion, and I'll tell you why I'm upset.
Yeah. So there will be spoilers for episode 1 on Friday. So make sure you guys try to squeeze in episode 1 at the minimum. And then we'll kind of dive deeper into that. Sarah, what about you?
Yeah, check us out definitely on Fridays. Get some more Skrull goodness. And again, thank you for coming in. Thank you for participating. We love all your faces. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other content here on the Nearing Nirvana channel.
And Lucy?
What Sarah said. Me and Jen say the same thing. She's reading our minds.
That's what happens. That's what happens. We all.
All right, we'll see you guys Friday. Thanks again for tuning in, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.